Ellie, we're back. Say it with me. We're back. We're back. Which on the holy night. Say it with me. We're back for part two, Ellie. We're back. It's been over a month. Look what you did to me. You made me miss this game for a month. Are you ready? You know what? I can pet you and play this visual novel at the same time. Look at that. The beauty of visual novels. All in this one hand. Hi. Okay, I'll play with you for a little bit like this, okay? Okay, are you ready, Ellie? We're gonna do next episode. Oh, I still remember everybody's name. I'm still caught up. I remember everybody. We're good. Harley. Say it with me. Chapter 2, Little Happenings of Last Night. Ooh, what's gonna happen? I still remember everything, Ellie. Now, can you behave with me, right? The city is really strange, but a pretty easy place to live once you get the hang of it. Okay. My puppy's so fucking spoiled. Oh, I forgot how good this song is. Sojiro sided list. Sojiro sighed listlessly. He looked down at the winter schoolyard below, lost in thought. December was written on the corner of the chalkboard. He could not believe 10 days had already passed since he transferred to the school. So it's been 10 days since I last played, but it's been a month for me. The last vestiges of autumn had faded with the change of the month, or vestiges. The trees were all but barren, and the ground below them a mat of fallen leaves. Ellie, I can't, I can't read like this. You have to compromise with me. You gotta come down. Fourth period was classics. An elderly teacher stood at the Ellie. An elderly teacher stood at the lectern and rambled on. Bro, bro. Actually, no, I think you're good with the music. Just put it down a little bit, just a little bit. While he had finally gotten used to the classroom, or no, you're good, you're good. It doesn't pick it up. While he had finally gotten used to the classroom, he still had a long way to go up to the speed in his classes. Careful, I'm trying to beat this visual novel before Tsukihime at the end of the month. Darn it. Lacking even the basic understanding most students learn in their early scholastic lives, it was a battle of Sojiro to keep up. Even if he was unable to grasp all of the content right away, he at least tried to memorize everything in the hope that he could make use of it down the road. Oh my goodness, girl. Which is why losing himself in his thoughts was about the last thing he should have been doing. He would normally chastise himself for daydreaming, but what? Ha. Oh, thank you for joining on Twitch, dude. Thank you so much. Troubling he was unable to concentrate in class today. Soldier could not place the source in his lack of concentration. It could not have been to winter in the city. It was much milder than in the mountains. Neither was his part-time job particularly tiring. Thank you for dude. We're at 3 followers on Twitch, dude. Thank you guys for viewing the stream. This is my beautiful puppy Ellie. She's exactly 3 months old. She's a little bit more than 3 months. This sweet little girl is so spoiled, bro. But I know I shouldn't be spoiling her too much because I don't want her to be too dependent whenever we're not home. It's okay. But today is different because we're playing. He was not any more physically fatigued than the average student, so that could not be it either. Are you bite? Luckily, your teeth aren't that strong yet. Others might conclude that it was because of the courses were boring, but that seemed off the mark too. Sojiro did not share his classmates' opinions about their classes. On the contrary, he rather enjoyed his class time. No, his frame of mind was not to blame either. Trying to figure out what was wrong only made him more depressed. What's wrong with me? It's not like me to be so distracted. He scolded himself and turned his attention to the chalkboard. The rhythm and ticks of the chalk were sending him into slumber, but he'd somehow managed to resist their lullaby. And yet, he was still unable to focus on the class. Sarja reflected silently as it was his custom and sighed inwardly. Deep down, he knew the real source of his agitation. The events of the previous night were the only thing he could be. What happened the previous night? What happened? With the chime to signal the end of class, the teachers bowed to the extent in the hallway. To see him off, the 30 or so students all stood up from their desks. The clock, which had seemed to slow dramatically around 11:30, now struck noon. The tension seemed to fade from the room all at once. I think the volume is too low, right? I should turn that up. Their release from a difficult lesson was the start of lunchtime, the highlight of school life. Accurate. Misaki's highest cafeteria was not particularly known for its quality of food. Complaints that the quality was below that of private school went unheeded, and the same unique flavors appeared on the menu each and every day. Private school prices, coupled with super quality, led to the majority of students to opt for box lunch instead. Oh my... Ellie, you're gonna fall. Stop. Stop. You're gonna fall like that. Careful. The boys muscled as many as 10 desks into what resembled a long dining table. Conversely, the girls divided themselves into smaller tables of 2 or 3 desks, which practiced ease and started chatting within their cliques. Not a single student wasted even a second of the precious lunchtime. Both sides differed in method, they shared a common goal. Soldier was struck dumb by the efficiency of the transformation. Even after 10 days, he was unable to keep pace with the rest of the class and remained seated where he sat during the previous period. Hey, Suzuki, over here. Yo, thank you guys for 3 viewers right now on Twitch, dude. And on YouTube. Thank you guys. The voice came from the large makeshift dining table near the window. I'm trying to beat Witch of the Holy Night as quick as I can before the end of the month, before Tsukihime drops. And hopefully I'm trying to power through as much as I can before the Elden Ring DLC, bro. Shout out to 9 p.m. When that drops, was it 9 p.m. Eastern? Ow. When that drops, bro, that's all we're going to be playing. Kusa Kinoe was begging him over while leaning back in the chair in a way that he looked like he could fall backward at any second. Oh my god. He was regularly shot down by others in the class for being lazy and crass, but this earnest nature kept him from getting on anyone's bad side. Though something could be said for not being so forthcoming all the time too. Time's a wasting, let's eat. I've got a bunch of leftover spring rolls from yesterday, but when my dad saw him, he told me I shouldn't waste them. So that's the only thing I've got. Okay. Wait, I just realized I'm on talk chat. I should switch to live chat. Oh my god. Girl, you're gonna fall. It seemed his end game was to find someone who might take pity on him and trade him for something either better. Ow! The two of them work at the same restaurant, so he was the only one of the few people Soldier knew before starting school. It was also the reason Soldier was able to learn the true meaning of the phrase "can't live with them, can't live without them." Girl, what are you doing? Yes, Suzuki. Get your butt over here. It's the long-awaited canned food festival today. There, better? So we're really going through with this. We're absolutely sure we want to do this? You bet your ass we are. Sure, the stuff is processed to hell, but all they can crab you can eat. This ain't no sardines in pan, dude. You for real? Then hell yeah, count me in. Is there enough corned beef for everyone, or is it the first come first serve? That's so funny. That's not something you can eat a ton of, you know. Only in the first can taste any good. With Suzuki on board, we've been in even 7 cans apiece. What a lifesaver, Ellie. So what's up with your lunch, Kinomi? It looks harder than the cans. The boys usually pass the time by making fun of each other's lunches, but today they were united against a common foe. A pyramid of countless cans stood in the middle of the table. They had all been taken from the pantry of a certain student's house, and the expiration dates on them had all been scribbled off of the markers. They're eating expired canned food. Alright, lads. Everyone get your can openers. Eating them sucks. No one likes leftovers. It's Are you okay? You want to go with your uncle? Oh, and a special thanks to our sponsors, Johnson, McCoy, and Nakayami Market. Okay, you can go with your uncle. Do you want to go with your uncle, or do you want to do it with me? We'll try one more, okay? Yeah, baby, let's eat. The boys united as one of the hoisted their cans openers into their. Eat up, Suzuki. There's enough can openers to go around. What, you don't know? You don't want to play? Okay, I'll put you down. It's okay. Yeah, I know. You want your space. Go ahead. Be free. Go do doggy things. Be free, my girl. Be free, my little daughter. Be free, my baby girl. That's enough can openers to go around.
いや、君
I
らの
thought I
弁当
told
の
you
残り
yesterday
が
that
ご
I'm
めんだ
not
って
interested in being your
昨日
taste
言った
tester.
はずだ。それに、その缶詰
Oh, you
半
smell
分以
it?
上、賞
Smells
味期限切
good,
れてるだ
right?
ろ。
It's good. It's yeah, it's battery operated, so it goes on. I have it on medium, so it goes on every 19 minutes. High, it's every 8 minutes. I'll leave it like that right now. And besides, at least half of those cans are past the expiration date.
なんだよ、
Oh,
釣れ
come
ねえ
on, live a little.
な。
Quite an inexplicably excited group of guys. Where'd you go? The real motivation seemed to be in the spread of pain. What are you doing? Why do you give me tummy rubs here? Why can't we do it up here? I can't reach you like that. But moved by their energy and considered defeat, Sergio got up from the seat and joined them. And before he could, hey, give it a rest, why don't you?
しずきくん、あんなの放っておいて一緒にどう？
Why does that voice sound familiar? Forget them, Suzuki, come eat with us. Ellie! Ellie! What are you doing under there?
ヤシの実ってあれ食えるもんなの？
Oh my, wait, hold up. I don't know where my puppy went under the bed. Ellie! That way you're between both of us and we can see you. No, why? Why do you do that? Oh my god. Let's do this. I'm supposed to play my visual novel. What if we do this? What if I have your little bed up here with me? Will that work? Is that okay with you? Yeah? And like I can give you tummy rubs this way. And you can take a little nap. There you go. Wait, coconuts, can you even eat those?
マンゴー余ったら
Oh,
回
there
して
you
ほ
go.
しいな。
There you go. These are tummy rubs. I like the mango if you have any extra.
肉食
Idiots,
え
me,
肉。
me.
そん
Eating
なんだか
anything
ら貧
else is
弱な
just gonna
体し
make
て
you
んだ。
weak. Sojiro couldn't keep track of all the voices flying across the room.
わかるのはどっちも
All I know is
破
that
滅的だ。
nothing good will come out of either of those choices. Bro, thank you for 3 concurrent viewers, man. Thank you guys. That being said, he found it difficult to refuse them outright. His tendency to accept others' good wills at face value occasionally left him frozen, with indecision. What are you doing? You look so cute. Not accustomed to regular human interaction, he was unable to judge when it was or was not appropriate to turn someone down. Someone tapped the lost little lamb on the shoulder.
ほっとけほっ
The
とけ。
lost.
いちい
Is
ち
that
ここの
Gilgamesh
バカ
voice?
ども
No.
に付き合ってちゃ
Don't mind them. If you get involved with every
Jesus,
idiot who invites you to do
Tekitoni
something,
nagaste
you'll mess up your whole life. It's okay to turn them down, you know?
ほら、お前らもな。
And you guys, stop trying to lead this good soul over to the dark
引
side.
きずり込んでんじゃねえよ。
That's I like this guy already. An inappropriately loud voice echoed throughout the classroom from behind him.
副会長、
Vice President. Oh, it's the Vice. I remember him. The Vice President. Sojiro turned around to see a boy about a head taller than him. His long hair, while unkempt, had been brushed back, giving an old. Do I remember him? Given an appealingly wind-skipped look. His attractive features belittled the contempt from the classroom his eyes carried. Unlike the perpetually dopey-looking Sojiro, he was an extremely attractive boy. What? Capable of captivating anyone who so much as glance at him? What? Just because he has hair? Come on, man. He's not even that handsome. Us bald brothers, we stick together, right, Ellie? Unlike the perpetually dopey-looking Sojiro, he was an extremely attractive boy, capable of captivating anyone with so much as glance at him. Get out of here, dude. Oh shit, 4 concurrent viewers. Thank you guys. And my puppy's taking a nap. Here, let me show you. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. You can go back to bed. In most cases, such a boy's presence will be met with awe and respect. However, what?
なんだよ、副
Oh
会長
look,
様
our
の
mighty
お目
vice
星かよ。
president has gracefully decided to pay us a visit.
てめえらの
I'm
バカが
hoping it's not
ゴリ
too
ゴリだっ
loud.
て。
I
学
thought
食
you were
に
going
陣
to
取ってた
take
んじ
up
ゃなかっ
residence
た
in
の
the
かよ。
cafeteria so you won't have to see our stupid faces anymore?
へへへ。
Hey,
ここは
how
見ての
lost
通
your
り、
way, your
ボンク
highness?
ラどもが集
You're
う貧民街
slumbering
でご
where
ざ
the
います
commoners
が。
they drove for their
王子はほら、
for
A
their
組の
trust.
綺麗どころ
Soon
と
you'll
カフ
be
ェでお茶で
sipping
もし
tea
てれば
with
いい
the
じゃない。
babes from Class A. I'm sorry you're hearing me talk like that, Ellie. I know. I'm sorry you're hearing your dad talk like that. I'm just reading what somebody said. Why don't you leave Suzuki alone, huh? First Lady Akko has it in for him now His Highness too. What could he have done to have earned his attention of such loyalty? Really? Was Suzuki such a goody two-shoes? He's never even broken any rules of the school, at least. Wait, could it be that Tsukiji really switched teams after Aozuki rejected him? He was rejected? Oh. They continue to give him a hard time. Oh, you're so cute today. Sojiro could not help him but feel sorry for him. The class vice president, on the other hand, showed absolutely no reaction whatsoever. He glared at them with a bored look and simply raised his voice. You freak should get some new material? Why don't you spend your time more productively for once? Let's help him with the special winter cleaning thing. Yeah, you heard me. Only one student in the entire school has signed up so far. Having all the class see with us would be a huge help. But I guess you want me and Ayozaki to do all this work. I like him already. He's like a big older bro. The menacing growl in his voice contrasted greatly with the boy's well-constructed looks. Both Team Canned and Team Fruits worked were doused with looking like a fire being smothered. This was partly due to their fear of the boy, but mostly due to their face of the special winter cleaning team. Yes, the special winter cleaning team. Joining means spending part of your winter break cleaning up the old school building and monstrous rears courtyards that had been neglected by the previous two student councils. Okay, Ellie, let's go up a little bit higher on your chair. That way I can kind of lean back and I can still hold you. Look, now we're more comfy, right, little girl? Yeah, that's right. It was form of legalized torture that could potentially ruin 3 whole days of your winter break. Wait, how do we... Hopefully we don't look too bad on camera, right, Ellie? Oh, we don't look that bad. We look pretty good. Look, Ellie, you're front row center. Look at that. Oh, they love you. They love you, Ellie. It's so funny. When I did part 1, I didn't have my puppy. Now I have my puppy for part 2. Look at that. Oh my god, look how much you've changed my life in 1 month. I was so sad and depressed. And now I have you and I'm the happiest man in this whole wide world. You're the most beautiful thing that's ever happened to us. You know that? Now get some rest. It was a form of legalized torture that could potentially ruin 3 whole days of your winter break. Legalized torture? And forget about any compensation in the form of extra credits. No, it was pointless volunteer work for a student council project. It was practically a miracle that they had found even a single volunteer. I'm sorry, but we're clearly not fit enough. Yeah, that's it. The stuff takes conditioning. We'll just eat our canned food in the corner now. Yeah, us too. We're anemic, you see, and if we don't eat this through, we'll die, and then we'll really... Dad and we already have plans or something. You gotta eat all the expired canned food, dude. All of the students but one scuffled away. That's much better. Lunchtime is best in silence. Agreed. I'm tired about people complaining that you guys make even more noise than the freshmen. Get it together, you losers. I like him already. The mom meekly scurried away. Sojiro turned to join them, but as he did... Hold on, Sojiro, you're with me? The hand on his shoulder held him in place. Jeez, why doesn't the student council think they are anyways? Barging into her classroom to lecture on table manners? Yeah, Ellie, what would you say about them? How could they? How could they, Ellie? That is so mean and rude. Kinomi cursed him under his breath to his friends. The second vice president turned to go. What was that, Kinomi? Oh, you want to become our second volunteer? Perfect. I'll make it the best winter vacation you've ever had. The vice president must have heard everything Kinomi said because he gave a thumbs up before figuratively jabbing into his eyes. Aww. Yo, is this guy for real? This is voluntary, isn't it? It ain't voluntary if you gotta force people to do it, right? Yeah, look at that. What are you doing? I know, but I'm doing this to hold you for a bit. I can't have you go under the bed yet. Am I right? The problem child classy laughed merely. Oh, you want tummy rubs? Go, turn around. I know you like tummy rubs. That was yesterday. The school has since accepted the president's proposal that the council members be only supportably enlist students for participation. And recommendations by the president and vice president are ironclad. Refusing them means breaking school rules in addition to facing Aozaki's wrath. Which, let me tell you now, I won't be able to stop. She does not sound good. Sounds dangerous. What? You're hanging me by my balls here. This is extortion or blackmail or something. That sounds like extortion, right? Right, Ellie? No, I love you, one little tummy rubs. I love you. You're so fucking beautiful. Look, you got a little tear in my eye. You're so fucking sweet. Oh my god, get a little tear in my eye. You're so beautiful. Do you know that? Look at these cute little tummy rubs. You like that? Oh my god, I actually got a tear in my eye. Kinomi's terrified shrieking continued behind them as the vice president Sojiro left the classroom. You're so fucking sweet, Ellie. Please never get sick on me again. You're gonna worry me like that, okay? That shit was so sad. I don't want you to get sick on me again, okay?
お前も大変だ
What am
な
I going to do with you, Sojiro?
あんたも割と暇なんだな
With me? Aren't you
副会長
busy with Oh! Aren't you busy with other things, Vice President? Calm down. I'm right here. The two entered the empty student council room. Misaki High Student Council had the use of two rooms. One was a large office specifically made for the student council. The second was an archive room. That's such a cool archive room. The second one was an archive room once used as preparatory office for math courses. How do I hide the... Nope. Nope. How do I hide the... Oh, B. As the latter of the two, the walls were lined densely packed shelves, making an already cramped room even smaller and more confined. For this reason, it served more as a private refuge to the student council. Are you taking a nap? The two students sat across from one another. Toby... What? How do you pronounce his name? Tobimaru Tsukiji. He was the son of the chairman of Misaki High School and the vice president of its school council. Like Sojiro, he was in the second year as the first Metsu transfer a week earlier when the task of looking after him was dumped onto the student council.
副会長はやめろって
I told you stop calling me
腐ったれ
that.
な話だが
People may as well call me the president's dog. This shit I have to take from her. As self-deprecating as his words were, he hardly seemed dissatisfied with that arrangement. He took a snack from his pockets and grinned. Stop it, you're biting too hard. He took a snack from his pocket and grimaced as it took before taking a bite. How? You're gonna take a bite out of my hand, girl? What are you doing? Look, do you see all the people watching? There's 3 people watching you bite me, okay? You need to behave. That's really painful. He took a snack from his pocket and grimaced before taking a bite. The 100-calorie energy bar. Only 100 calories for an energy bar? That's no energy bar. That's too little. You need at least 200, bro. 170, 270. The 100-calorie energy bar sacrificed flavor for efficiency, but somehow not enough to prevent friend from gnawing on it like a piece of jerky.
そう
I'll
か
be honest, I do the same with my jerky.
でも犬は良く
I
ないな
see what you're saying, Tobimaru, but being a dog isn't exactly a good thing. Being a dog is a perfectly good thing, okay? You're a beautiful puppy, and you're gonna be a beautiful, vicious dog when you grow up. You're gonna be super tiny, but you're gonna have the soul and spirit of a husky, okay? You're gonna bark as loud as the biggest huskies, and you're gonna be as loud and huge as direwolves, okay? On the inside, you're gonna be like Jon Snow's dog. You're gonna be huge. You're gonna be beautiful. Soldier sat in the chair with a concerned look on his face.
は犬がどうした
What's wrong with dogs? Nothing's wrong with dogs. Hi.
犬は良くないって言った
Dogs aren't good. I mean, it's a bad
例えば
comparison in the
違う気が
first
する
place,
し
but dogs are way
何
scarier.
より怖いぞ
What are you doing? Stop it. You're gonna fall like last time.
なん
And
だ
I have to always catch you,
山
okay?
の
What if I
育
don't
ちのくせに
catch you?
犬が怖
You
い
grew
の
up in the mountains and you're still afraid of dogs? I was afraid of dogs when I was not his age, when I was younger than him. I was scared of dogs, Ellie. You grew up in the mountains and you're still afraid of
そりゃ
dogs.
大抵の生き物は
I'm
怖い
afraid
け
of
ど
most animal dogs
犬
in
は
this
別
class.
格だ
But dogs are in a class of their own? No, we love dogs. Right, Ellie?
怒涛を組んだ野
A
犬ほ
pack
ど
of
始
wild
末に
dogs is
負えないもの
particularly
はない
terrifying.
足の速さも驚異だけど
They're as tenacious as
何より
they are
坂
fast.
だろうと追いか
No
けてく
matter
るし
where you run, things will chase you
最
as
後の
long
一匹になるまで
as
引
there's
かないん
still
だ
life
ぞ
left in them. Soldier opened his lunch as he spoke. Inside the bright green cloud of 3 beautifully made triangular rice balls. Aww.
ショックだ
Would you look at that?
Hmm?
Look at what? Oh, look at what? What do you
何が
mean?
いや
Oh, nothing. It's
So
just that those are some
that
special looking
woman
rice
made
balls
me
you've got there.
うん
Is that a good
So
thing or a bad thing?
褒めてるんだよ
I'm trying to
バカ
compliment you, you idiot. Baka. Sojiro was always careful. Sojiro was always confounded by the phrasing that could be interpreted in multiple ways. Euphemisms and subtle sarcasm were often lost on him. It was only on rare occasions like this one that he chose to confirm what was being said. Tobimaro had come to suspect that Sojiro had a very black and white way of seeing things.
ところで
Say,
その
does the
固まった
heart
小
chunk
麦
of
粉みた
flour
いな
looking
の
stuff taste
美
any
味しい
good?
のか
Sojiro started at the energy bar with a curious look on his face.
まずくはねえが
It's not
うま
meant
く
to
もねえ
taste
よ
good. You can try it if you want.
人間
People shouldn't hold
Nani
back
goto mo
when it
temahima
comes to
hoshimou you ni
three
nachau
base
oshi.
desires. You gonna take a little nap? Go for it, take a nap. Tobimaro quickly finished off his bar, put another one on the table, and grabbed one of Sojiro's rice balls. Sojiro failed to notice the rudeness of the forced exchange and gave the profound energy bar a try. Want a little Tobi ribs?
なんだか
It kind of tastes like dirt.
違いない遊びをなく
Now
せ
you
ば
get
人
it.
生
It's
こ
what
ん
the
なもんだ
Joel's
って
addictions
美穂
taste like. Out of principle, Sojiro labored over his energy bar, cringing all the while. He was both curious of the unknown and loathed every something unfinished.
今無理に平らげ
Don't
る
force
必要はね
yourself
え
to
ぞ
finish it right now. The whole point of it is that you can eat it on the run, and while the flavor isn't that
素
great,
で味気
at
ない
least
が
it's
食
consistent.
えるうちは味が落ちないのがいいとこ
Careful,
ろだ
there's 3 people watching. What if you fall and get hurt? Huh? You're gonna be like, look, they're gonna be like, behave, you gotta calm down, okay? I don't want you jumping. Otherwise, they're gonna be screaming in chat telling you to calm down, okay? You gotta behave. Don't force yourself to finish it right now. The whole point of it is that you can eat it on the run, and while the flavor is great, at least that stays
まあ
consistent.
そっちはともか
Anyways,
く
never mind that. Are you
Yoda,
getting used to how things
少しは
work around
慣れ
here?
たか
Oh my god, careful. Oh my god, Ellie, you gotta stop. People are watching you.
あ
They're gonna scream at you right now to
青
calm
崎が
down.
気を使ってくれ
Yes,
てい
you
る
and
からね
Ayazaki have been a huge help. Tobimaro turned his eyes up to the ceiling, unable to handle Sojiro's carefree smile. Oh my god, Ellie! As absent-minded as Sojiro might have been, his expressions were nonetheless incredibly earnest. Ellie, calm down! It was like poison to someone as self-absorbed as Tobimaro. Ellie, I can't read!
だから
Okay.
青崎は来ね
Okay,
えん
once
だ
we
よ
finish this
な
chapter, we'll take you out, okay? Now I know why Ozaki goes so out of her way to avoid him. He took a bite from the rice ball to tear himself away from such thoughts. Though now cold, the rice has managed to maintain its freshness, startling Tobimaro.
ん
Huh?
いや待て
Wait a second, I'm one that has your back, you know that, right? Ayazaki told me you were too
青
annoying to
崎
deal
なん
with.
てお前が
That's
転入した日
funny.
に彼
She
迷
told me
惑
you
だ
were
から
too
見
damn
張って
annoying.
ての一言なんでそこで君が怒るんだ
Did I say something to upset you? I just realized my Twitch chat didn't update. Oh my god, Ellie. The glaze sprayed in front of you. You gotta look this way. Did you like that? How does it taste? Does it taste good? Careful. Did I say something to upset you?
いやだからだ
Don't
な
you get it? I'm the one who
お
helped
前が
keep
学校
your
に慣れ
head
るよ
above water.
う陰ながら見
Ozaki
守って
sits
ん
in
のは
some
俺で
council room digging up dirt on the
青崎
other
は生徒
students.
会
I'm
室
the
で
one who gets
全
lumbered
校
with the
生徒の
crap
弱み
drops.
を集めてるだ
While she gets to what? Tobimaro stopped himself, realizing how ridiculous he sounded. Sojiro, rightfully so, knew it was nothing to get this upset over. Oh my god, girl, you gotta calm down. We've gotten 7 views. They're gonna tell you to calm down. Well, whatever. I'm only here because she told me to.
青崎に
Because
言
she
いつ
told
け
me
ら
to
れな
be.
きゃこうなることもなかったしな
Why you look sad? Don't worry. But next week, you're gonna get all your shots. You're gonna be able to run around outside. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Are you excited? Because I'm excited. Well, whatever. I'm only here because she told me to be.
知ってるか
What the hell was that animation? Do you know? Do you
ど
know
うし
why
て
she
俺に
stuck?
こんな役さ
Do
せ
you
たと
know
思う
why she stuck me with you?
副会長だから
Because you're the vice president? Clearly? Tobimaro's handsome face went dark.
あのな
Do you really think it's
ど
normal
う
for a
して
student
副会
council
長
vice
が
president
年
to
入
waste
生
all
一
his
人
time
の
on
み
a
が
single
借りっ
chance
き
to
りに
student?
ならなくちゃいけねえんだよ
Whatever, man. Try
Lisa,
asking her directly if you get the
機会があったら
chance to
青崎
learn
本人に
who
聞い
she
てみ
really is. I'm choking on my saliva. I'm sorry. He snatched another bite of the rice ball while grumbling under his breath. There it was again, rice grains that were just dry enough to be fresh and tender in the mouth. A morsel that betrayed his humble discretion, which must have been careful, delicately molded by a master chef rather than a haphazardly clumped into the ball. Just a random. Am I watching Food Wars? Ellie, we're watching Food Wars. Just a right amount of salt and the subtlest of soy sauce notes coming from the center. It doesn't just whet your appetite, it stimulates the desire sensors of your brain. And ooh, nani. Oh wow. Bro, what are these animations? Toby Mario, you appear to be thinking out loud. That's funny. Hey, it's stuffing just colored me surprised. Hi. Hey, Songuji, what's this feeling anyway? It was only natural to inquire about the inexplicably delicious bites. Has he been nibbling around the edges and not yet reached the center? Oh. That's okay. Oh, that would be a grass. Ugh, that's gross, bro. Ew. How does that? How does that woman go? Brother, ew. Brother, ew. Oh, that would be a grasshopper. Brother, ew. No way. The vice president choked on his cough. He had assumed the soldier would prefer earthly ingredients instead of seafood on account of his mountain life, but he never expected he would use grasshoppers. Damn it, you should have warned me first, soldier, but man, was that delicious. Dude, I visited China 5 years ago, and I was shocked at the amount of insects that were, like, edible, bro. I remember going through the food market, there's, like, grasshoppers, crickets, scorpions, like, all sorts of bugs that I've never tasted in my life, man. That was pretty cool. It was a fun experience. Oh, my God, Ellie! Damn, you should have warned me first, soldier, but man, was that delicious. He was joking. I was just joking. They locked eyes for a moment. Oh, it's salmon. I would never eat grasshopper. That's funny. Ellie, chill, girl. It's salmon. I would never eat grasshopper. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I knew that. Of course, it wouldn't be a grasshopper. Ew, are you licking my lips? Yeah, I mean, you can't find fresh grasshoppers in the city to begin with. So if he could, he would eat grasshoppers. Hi. As curious as those were, Tobimaru decided to let them go. Oh, are you sleepy? Take a nap. Gee, Sojo, that's not something to joke about. You want me to hurl or something. Don't say bad things about Ayozaki then. Oh, because he's in love. Sojo closed his eyes as he continued to chew his rice balls. Oh, Tobimaru watched incredulously as Sojo made no attempt to hide his disapproval. Oi, okay. Okay, that I can't let go. You're really saying that you were taking revenge for Ayozaki. Huh. Sojo continued chewing. The country boy's silent protest said all that needed to be said. Oh, he's in love. The vice president suddenly looked like he had been struck by lightning. What the? Don't tell me you've fallen. Oh yeah, you did. Don't tell me you've fallen for Ayozaki. You have, haven't you? Hey, I asked you a question, damn it. Tobimaru flew out of his chair and violently shook Sojo by the way of his shoulders. Sojo opened his eyes. I forgot you don't know about what happened a year ago. Who confessed to who and what happened? Because if you did, you wouldn't be turning down this path of destruction, my friend. Who did she hurt? You've got it all wrong, but that's okay. Tell me what happened a year ago first. And he sits back down. Tobimaru regained his composure and sat down after a moment's thought. Okay, I'm not one to gossip, but you look like I'm making it. But for you, I'm making an exception. Tobimaru reassured himself that it was in Sojo's best interest as a young man to know what happened. It went down when Ayozaki was a freshman? Bro, that looks so good. This classroom is such a damn vibe. Everybody was new to high school, so nobody knew what anybody was like, yet her included. She was a total babe, I mean, just look at her. All the guys were crazy for her. Little did they know that soon after they would go crazy for an entirely different reason. Are you sleeping? Take a nap. The first couple months of school descended into chaos. You gotta remember the early one in the year, no one cared about class hierarchy. So tons of guys were fighting themselves over her. What the fuck? So tons of guys were fighting themselves over her. It was insane. Just getting anywhere near Ayozaki was next to impossible. I don't understand. Why would that happen?
そりゃ、青
Is
崎は
that what
一人
happens
き
when
り
100 guys
命
like the
知らず
same
な
girl
野郎は
die?
延べ100人ほどいたから
That's
だ
true.
よ。一人一人青
It
崎
would
と
have
ランチ
taken
しても
Ozaki 3 months just
3
to
ヶ
have
月か
lunch
か
with
る
them
ぞ。
all individually. What the?
だか
That
ら、
many guys went
まず
after
は
her.
男同
So
士で
people
つまん
decided
ね
to
え案件があったのさ。
so people decided to fight over her who got to ask her out. What the fuck?
まあいい。
They were all a bunch of
わか
losers
ら
if
ねえ
you
なら
ask
そこは
me.
飛ばそう。
But
所
what
詮負
happened
け犬
next
ど
is
も
the
の
juicy
話だし
part.
な。
What happened?
でな、
Those
そ
who
んなどう
emerged
で
from
もい
the
い戦い
conflict
を勝ち残
unstretched
った
made their
やつ
move.
は、青崎
Only
の
like
ま
the
るで
alphas were able to
なん
approach
ていう
her.
か、相手
And
の
though
な
she
けなし
might
の
not
誠
seem
意
like it, she's
じ
the
ゃなく
type who
てあ
likes
れ
to
か、
put a guy down
勇
lightly,
気。
you know?
そう
Because
いう
of
の
their
を無
sincerity
視
or
できず
courage or
に
whatever.
認めちまうやつだからな。
You look so beautiful sleeping. Do you know that? Go ahead, take a nap. Take a nap, take a nap.
言い寄ってくる相手
At
は
any rate,
可
she
能な
rejected
限
all
り
the
丁
comments as
寧に
politely as
断
she
る。
could.
が、中に
But
はそ
there
れで
was one
勘
guy
違
who
いしちま
couldn't
う
take
や
a
つがい
hit.
てよ。3年のある野郎が、
He was a
これ
third
は
year
目
who
当
just
てある人
refused
み
to
たい。
give up.
多
Maybe he
分、
was a little bit nuts.
そ
It's
いつ
hard to
は
see it
頭
any
がお
other
かし
way
い。
at this point. Incidentally, Tobimaru decided to gloss over the fact that this student was also the former student council president. Okay.
学園ばかり
But
か。
he didn't keep it up.
青崎の家まで押しかけた
Ooh,
そう
he
でな。
followed her? But he didn't
あ
keep
ま
it
り
up
にし
only
つ
at
こいんで、
school. Later, he
青崎
started
も
following
関
her
連袋
home.
の方が切れ
That
たんだ
must
ろ
have been
う。
the last straw because
ち
Aizaki
ょっ
wigged
と
out. She sent him
口にす
packing
る
in
のは
noise I'm
は
not
ばかられ
comfortable
る
repeating
方
out
法
loud.
で、
What did she do? Why is it red?
結果、そいつは自分か
The
ら過去に
conclusion,
編
the
入希望
student
したば
didn't
か
just
りか、
request a transfer.
三
He
崎町
tucked
から
tail
も
and
逃
left
げ出しちまっ
Miyazaki
て、
completely. Aizaki was
青崎
sentenced to
も
a
1
month
ヶ
of
月ば
house
かり
arrest.
自宅謹慎を食らった。
Okay.
世に言う
It came
血
to
の
be
高
known
級
as the
道事
Bloody
件だ。
Town Hall incident. What the fuck?
詳しく知りたけ
She
り
could
ゃ
tell you
本
more about
人
it than I
はまず
can,
い
but I
な。
wouldn't recommend asking her.
新聞部にでも行
Ask
け。
the school newspaper
あ
editor
そこの
instead.
部
She
長は
loves a bit
命
of
知らず
gossip.
だから、
You
聞
hear
け
that?
ば面白がって
Bit
教
of
えて
gossip.
くれる。
飛丸、
Tobimaru,
そ
I
の
get
具
the
体的
feeling
な
you're not
表
telling
現
me
を声に
everything.
避けてないか。
仕方ねえ
Hey,
よ。
you do the same if
理
you
事
were
長
me.
の
I
息
may
子
be
だろうが
bored.
なんだ
I
ろう
may
が、
be the board chairman's
怖い
son
も
and
のは
all,
怖えし、
but something scared
高
even me,
校
and
ぐ
I
らい
want
は
to
無事
graduate in one
卒業し
piece.
とかねえとな。うちの女子の
You
制
want
服
me
見
to
るたび
freak
に
out every
規
time I
制
see
を
a
上げ
girl
る
in
ト
school
ラウマなんて。
uniform? So far, chapter 2 is kind of slow. So far I like chapter 1 a lot more. How it sets up the main cast. But this guy's pretty cool. The vice president. Sojiro tilted his head to the side in confusion. Tobimaru had lost him with that comment.
まあいい。
Well, whatever.
それより、
What is it about
なんで
Ozaki
青
that you
崎なん
like
かがいいんだ
anyway?
よ、
What
宗
is it
次郎。
about Ozaki that you like anyway? He tilted his head again, this time on the other side.
おい、お
Whoa,
前、
are you really
本
going?
当
Are
に
you
青
really
崎が
that hot
単
for
に
her?
胸がドキド
Because
キ
if
言っ
your
てるだ
heart
けなら、
pounds in the presence,
そ
it
れ
could
は
be
恋じ
caused
ゃな
by
くて
fear, you
恐
know?
怖だって
Tell me
オ
you
チもある
aren't
ぜ。
stupid enough to like her for no good reason. He tilted his head even further. What Tobimaru was saying sounded off, but Sojiro decided not to press the matter. All the more because he found many of his own emotions towards Ako Ayozaki to be incomprehensible.
そうだな、おか
Is
し
it
い。
kind of strange to be honest? I don't
俺
even
は
know
あま
her
り
that
彼女を
well.
知らないの
She
に。
doesn't know her that well. That was because they had not truly spoken to each other since the day she showed. So it's been 10 days and he's still in love. Love at first sight! Every time Sojiro tried to talk to her, she merely got up and left. As fate would have it, I understood that reference. Fate. As fate would have it, ended up working together that recent Sunday, but made only idle chatter on the way and back.
けど飛丸、
There's something you don't
君は
know
知ら
either,
ないだけなんだ。
Tobimaru.
時々なんだが、
Sometimes I feel someone's gaze on me, and when I turn around to see who it is, she's there, looking like she's worried about me, that I'll mess
飛
up.
丸の言う通り、
I know what you'll say.
ただ廊下で俺を見かけて、
She just happened to see me in the
単に監
hallway
視
and
して
it
い
was
ただけ
keeping
な
an
のか
eye
も
on
しれ
me.
ない。
But maybe she secretly wished she
本
could
当は
ignore
俺
me when
け
she
ど、
passed each other.
ど
But
んな不
whatever
思
the
議だ
reason,
よ。
I believe her concern is genuine.
それに、こ
And
こ
that's
が
the
一
most
番
important
大事
thing
だ
about
と、
this,
実
all
際の
this.
話。
I believe the
青崎
nature
の
of
そう
hers
いう
has
と
helped me out repeatedly. Okay, how? His tone was measured and sincere. Tobimaru sighed with a sigh of regret. It is not. If not for those words, he could have introduced Sojiro to a more suitable girl, but him who could have lied to over the rest of his school days in peace. That's kind of funny. He never went to such lengths for his other friends. Generally speaking, if it was some benefits of him, he was unafraid of exploiting another. If they were of no use, he didn't bother getting involved with them. That was how Tobimaru Tsuki operated. Sojiro happened to be the type of person who provided no benefit to Tobimaro, yet somehow sparked in him a desire to help. It was not the friendship that was completely alien to him. He just did not have many people he felt that close. Aww. So if Sojiro had really fallen for Akko, it was not his place as a friend to try and change his mind. Oh, well, I guess it's true that love knows no reason.
惚れてるやつには理由なんていらねえんだ。
そんなことはない。
I wouldn't say there's no reason for it. I can think of at least one. I thought she was beautiful. What the fuck? I thought she was beautiful the moment I first laid eyes on her. Huh? Tobimaro's shoulder slumped.
なんだ
After all that, you just like her for her looks. Listen to yourself, Sojiro.
綺麗なものに見とれるのは
What's wrong with
いいことじゃない
appreciating
のか
beauty?
自分を綺麗に
I
見せ
don't
る努
think
力を
there's
しているんだ
anything
から
wrong with judging someone by the
外見から内
physical
面を判断
appearance
するのは
they worked hard to create.
ん
Huh. That sounded like a... I can't even read that word. That sounded like a sophism to Tobimaro, but he had no counterpart to offer.
しょうがね
Alright, I get it. I'll let it go. It's none of my
この話は
business
もうやめよう
who you go after anyway. Now what? Tobimaro was thinking about the one major point during the whole conversation, namely that Sojiro was no head over heels in love with Akko and hoped to go steady with her. He merely liked her as a person. Nobody could have foreseen the massive calamity that would be caused by this simple misunderstanding.
だがよ一つだけ忠告して
I've
おくぜ
just got one piece of
宗次郎
advice for you, Sojiro. Get the
Aozaki
fuck
wa
away. Just be careful.
kenka wo shita
Ayozaki
相手だ
fights
ろ
with some...
別に嫌うわ
What?
けじゃ
Just
ない
because Ayozaki fights with someone doesn't mean she
逆に言えば
hates them.
親切
And
にし
just
たって
because she's
別
nice
に
to
好か
someone
れるわ
doesn't
け
mean
で
she
もな
likes
い
them. And just because she hates you doesn't mean... No, just because she means you doesn't mean she hates you. Right, Ellie? Just because she's nice to someone doesn't mean she likes them. I'm a prime example of that. What? He spoke with a pain sign as if open old wounds from the past.
そうか
I see.
詳しく
What happened? He was in
Oh.
love. Long story short, she used to be really full of herself and I once tried to hit her.
半年前の夏だ
It happened last summer. I'd already been
Ichino
working with her in
Aitsuto
student council for a
Seitokai
year at this point and saw her
俺
more
も
like a fellow
女っつ
soldier
うより
in the trenches than a
戦友
girl.
って気になってた
Then as a girl.
つい勢いで
One day I lost my
平手
temper and
打
I
ちを
took a
しよう
swing
と
at her.
右手を上げた
Whoa, what the fuck?
我ながら
One day I lost my
4番
temper and I
バッタ
took a
ー
swing
の
at
確保
her.
という腰
I
の
like to think I've got mean right hook
確かな実感
and
と
I
ともに
slugged her pretty good, so I thought I
俺は勝利を確信
won
した
that
のです
round. He had a distant look in his eyes as his words trailed off.
翌日になって
The next day when I
俺は
came to
完
the
全に
student council
敵
room,
扱
I
いされ
thought
た
she'd
な
spoiled.
と覚悟して
I
生徒
thought
会
she'd
室
be
に行って
spoiling
み
for
り
a
ゃ
fight, but she was the same as always. And since then, we simply continue working together as president and vice president. Sojiro sighed at his story. He then said with an absolute confidence,
今の話を総合すると
So,
君は単にのろけたいのか
so you just wanted to brag about how close you two were, or you two are. Clearly, he had missed the point entirely. Yeah, he literally... Are you kidding me? How in the hell did you come to that conclusion after hearing a story like that?
俺としちゃ
I'm telling you that from the day forward, I could never see her again as a
だ
woman.
ったんだがね
なんだ違うのか
Oh, I was mistaken. A look of disappointment filtered across Sojiro's face. Tobimaro revised his opinion. Sojiro was something of a simpleton, but there was a quality to him that Tobimaro could not quite... What?
とにか
Oh, I skipped it!
く俺が
Just
言い
take
た
it
い
from
のは
me. Her standards are anything
い
but
いことを
normal.
すれば
She
好か
won't
れ
like
る
you for being nice
気
to
に入ら
her,
ない
and
こ
she
とを
won't
すれば
hate you for
嫌
being
われ
mean
る
to her.
ってわけじゃね
That's
え
the
んだ
kind
よ
of princess she
あの
is. Ellie's my princess. Right, Ellie? Oh, you're so cute sleeping. Sojiro answered that he would keep it in mind as he looked to the clock. They had been talking for a while and lunch was
もう
almost
君か
over.
らの話はない
Is
か
there something else you wanted to
Huh?
discuss? Huh? I didn't have
初めか
anything
ら
to
ね
discuss in the first
そん
place.
うん
Huh? What had Tobimaro even brought him here in the first place? Sojiro told his head and wondered, but shook it off to deal with more pressing matters.
よしじゃあ
Could
も
you
う
stay a
少し
little
付き合って
longer?
く
There's
れ
something I wanted to ask you.
Huh?
Nani? Tobimaro sat up straight, having never seen Sojiro's face look so serious before. Sojiro sat aside as his rice balls and cleared his throat.
実は昨日こ
It's
んなこ
about
とがあっ
something that
た
happened yesterday. He spoke solemnly, and as carefully as possible he recounted what occurred the night before. What happened? Are we watching a Christopher Nolan movie? The ticking
しず
sound
き
in the
くんい
background?
る
Shizuki, you in here? It was 10 to 12 and lunchtime was quickly coming to an end. Her face popped into Class C as lively as ever, as if it were an everyday occurrence. Akko Aozaki announced her presence. Well, Uncle, when he put on class, she didn't let it bother her as she casually entered the classroom. That's cool. That's a cool shot. In contrast, the baby birds, who had been so noisy chirping while eating lunch, quickly quieted and began to rearrange their seats. Oh, I thought they were talking about real birds.
どう
She's
いう
mad.
意味よそれ
Are they trying to tell me something? She breathed intentionally before looking around the room. She could not see the male student she had come here to find. He hardly stood out, so look at the mirror. Every anime protagonist, Ellie, stands at the mirror. Right, bro?
What?
Every anime protagonist stands by the mirror.
Oh yeah.
Well, Joker stands by the mirror too. You're literally playing the game. He hardly stood out, so she thought he might be hidden in the corner somewhere, but that appeared to be not the case.
有里くん出席番号
Arisato,
12
do you
番の
have
鈴
any
木く
idea
ん
where
は
Suzuki from seat 12 is? Ako kept her tone
え、
professional.
俺
Wait, me? Suzuki left with his
え
client
ーっと、
a
しずきならさ
while
っき
ago.
飛び丸殿下が連れて
Don't let that scare you. It's okay. Just a spray. The boy. I skipped it. One might think that the reason students referred to Domoran Suzuki by a royal title was because he was a chairman's son, but it was because he actually acted like royalty. In fact, the vice president was said to have taken a liking to her.
飛び丸が
He's with
あい
Tobimaro.
つ
Are
し
those
ず
two
きくん
friends
と
or
仲
something?
いいの
She seemed surprised. The class seemed surprisingly at her
い
surprise.
いも悪いも
No
築地くん
idea,
が
but
男
we've
子と
never
仲良く
seen
話して
Tsuki
る
to
の
be
って
that
今ま
friendly
で
with
見たこ
another
と
boy
なかったよ
before.
あ木
Well,
の実くん
maybe
はバカだから
Kinomi,
別だけ
he's
ど
an idiot, so that hardly
そうだよ
counts. Yeah.
な。
His
は
Highness
じめ
was
は
slow
殿
to
下もあ
warm
ん
to
まり
him,
話
but
してな
since
か
the
ったけ
third
ど、
day,
3
it's
日
been
もし
nothing
た
but
ら、
friendly
ま、
arguments.
しずき相手に突っ張っても
Well,
仕
he
方ない
can't
じゃん。
really help
あい
but
つ
like
変だけどいい
Suzuki. He
やつ
may
だ
be a
し。
little odd, but he's a
そ
good
うよ
person.
ね
He's good.
いい
He's
人だも
but
ん
he's
ね
good
宗
people.
十郎くん
Totally, Soldier was really nice. Having recomposed themselves, classy started chatting again. Akko listened for a bit before turning around. Later. Later, alligator. Say it with me, Ellie. Later, alligator. Looks so sweet asleep. All that Soldier talk finished as quickly as he started. Lunchtime was coming to a close in student council room. Soldier, having told his story, was smiling in satisfaction. Tobimaro, still sitting across from him, was frowning.
さあ、感想を
So
聞か
what
せ
do
て
you
くれ。
think? Soldier told his yarn as best as he could. Tobimaro figured his brows. He was angry and concerned.
なあ、そうのじ。
Sonoji, are you
お前、
trying to make fun of
人
me?
をバカ
A
にで
word
き
of
るほど
advice.
器用なやつ
Leave
じゃ
that
ね
to
え
us
な。
smart people.
失礼な。器
Take
用な
that
方だ
back.
ぞ
I'm
俺
more
は。
clever than you think. His response only confirmed Tobimaro's suspicion. It's hard to be one of the two possible conclusions. That's what Sojiro had just told him was true. Or that was Sojiro was so tired that he must have been hallucinating at the time. Tobimaro sincerely hoped it was the latter.
宗十郎、
To be honest,
率
Sojiro, you're
直に
growing
言っ
on
て
me.
俺は
He's
お前
growing
が
on me
気に入
too.
っている。嘘のない人間なん
Anybody
て
that
のは
never lies
人間じゃねえ。
can't really be considered
俺
human.
は人間嫌いだから、
Miss
そんなお前さんが気に入ってた
Antrope
りするん
like
だ
me,
が、
I suppose you could say it's easy to like you.
そんなやつまでバカ
You're
げ
going
た
to
ことを
stick
言
to
い
your
出した
dumb
ら、
story. I'm not sure what I'm going
俺
to
は
do
明
and
日か
learn
ら
tomorrow.
何を頼りに昼飯を食え
Oh,
ば
we
い
got
い
a
んだ。
message. Oh, that was from earlier.
学食で食べればい
Why
いんじ
not
ゃない
just eat in
か。
the cafeteria? Hearing his objections, Tobimaro's face dark. Tobimaro's face darkened.
わかった。
Okay,
はっきり
I'll
言う。
spell a lot for you.
そ
You
れ
were
は幻覚
hallucinating.
だ。幽霊の
If you still
正
insist
体
you
に
saw
至
a
り
ghost, I'll
誰
be
を笑って
more
やつだろうさ。
than happy to introduce you to a good
それでも。
psychiatrist.
それが
That's
君の
funny.
感想か。
So
よし。
that's your take on it? Good to know. As bitter as Tobimaro's words might have sounded to most soldiers, swallow them whole.
そりゃ俺だって
I already
神隠
figured
し
as
の
much. It
類だと
sounded
思
like
っ
a
た
tall
よ。
tale to me.
けど、
I was
都
starting
会じ
to
ゃも
wonder
し
if
か
it
し
was
てそれ
normal
も
for
ありな
that
のか
kind
も
of
しれ
thing
な
to
いだ
go
ろ
on in the city, so I wanted to hear your opinion. Satisfied, Soldier will finish off his last rice ball and neatly folded the cloth.
おい、すると何
Hey, hold
お
on a
前は
second.
都会の
He
人間
didn't
は
actually
口
think
か
it
ら
was
火を
normal for
吹い
people
た
in the
り、
city to breathe
腕
fire
が
or
動いたりする
extend
の
their
が普
arms
通だ
like
と
they're
思う。
made
ま
rubber,
あ
did you?
普通じゃないけど
Like Luffy?
特別
They're
で
made
も
of
ないんじゃ
rubber?
ないかと思ったんだ。
Is that a One Piece reference? You didn't actually think it was normal for people in the city to breathe fire or extend their arms like they're made of rubber, did you? I should. I'm gonna start reading One Piece weekly again. Well, not normally as much. I usually would read it in bulk. Like I would just read as many chapters as I can. Like usually I would forget to read it, and then I'd be like 2-3 months behind, and I'd read everything in a sitting. Well, not normally as much as within the realm of
ここは山
possibility.
にない
This
もの
city
が
is
溢
full
れ
of
ている。
extraordinary things we
何で
don't
もあ
have
り
up
の
the
場所だ。
mountains. I thought it might have
だ
some
から
extraordinary people as well. That's his face. Well, That was his face with the series that was made Tobimaro realize just how big of a culture shock Sojiro must have been experiencing, living up in the mountains with no electricity, and a place where the night sky was as it's always been, where humans were just one more organism in nature's garden. It makes sense that those conditions would create a boy like him. The idea of children growing up so pure was an appealing one, but maybe it was a natural to force civilization when your population was so small. Or perhaps it was so simple of a word that the excessive knowledge was deemed irrelevant. It was precisely because the city life offered him so much that it was impossible up till now that he had come to the conclusion that anything was possible here.
安心しろ。
Relax, the
確か
city
にこっちに
might
は
have its share of shady guys, but none of them
そ
are
んな魔
magicians in
法使い
disguise.
みたいなやつはいねえよ。
I mean, this is a Type Moon game, so
そうだと
doubt.
いいんだけど
I hope you're right. But Sojiro seemed unsure. And on Tobimaro's part, there were things to Sojiro's story that he found hard to swallow. Whether true or not, the incident Sojiro had described was disturbing.
まあ、事の
For the
真
time
理という
being,
か
let's assume you
ど
say
うも
a-
結果
what,
だけ見れば
let's assume
う
what
ち
you
の
say
生徒が
actually
夜の
happened.
公園で
That
人
will
を殺
ultimately
し
mean
た
that
って
one of
こ
our
とになる。
students.
しかも双方控えめに
That
表
would
現して
wait.
も普
What the
通
fuck?
じゃ
Was somebody
ね
killed off screen? I've been gone for a month. What happened? That will ultimately mean that one of our school students killed someone in the park last night, and that neither parties involved were normal. As the newcomers around, Sojiro assumed that everyone his age was student at this school. For better or worse, he was right.
一人は火炎放射器を持って
One of them was equipped with a flamethrower, while the other had a naginata, or at least a bladed weapon resembling one for a few good feet in length. Sojiro, whoa, we got fucking, whoa, hold up, we got Emi up in here, bro. Sojiro bobbed his head up and down as he listened to the disbelief in Tobimaro's voice, hearing it repeated by someone else. He could see how someone might think he was taking them for a ride.
正気を疑うな
Look, I'm not crazy, it really did
尋常じゃん
happen like I said.
宗十郎
Where's the proof,
お
bro?
前
Give it to me
実は
straight,
俺を
Sojiro. You're
からかっ
pulling
てん
my
だ
leg,
ろ
aren't you?
いや全く
No, I'm not.
けどま
But I get
あ都
it.
会に
There's
は
no
そ
one
ん
in
な
the
人
city
間
who can do that,
なら
right?
鳥丸の言う
If
通
not, I
り
was probably just
夢でも
hallucinating,
見
like
て
you
る
said.
な
Working part-time while studying for
ここの
exams has been pretty tiring. Winter break was just around the corner. At the end of the term's exams were but a week away. Both were proving formally opponents
俺
to
は基
Sojiro.
本ができて
I
ない
don't
か
even
ら
know the basics. I
人
need
の
to
倍
study
程度
twice
の
as
勉
hard
強
as
じゃ追
everyone
いつけな
else.
い
I mean, anyone would start to
ほら
lose if they did nothing but study, right?
そりゃするんじゃなくて
I
なる
wouldn't
も
say you're
のだ
losing
な
it, but you're definitely pushing yourself too hard. Maybe
何に
cut
せよ
back on work a bit until exams are
減
over.
らしてはいるんだけど
I've
ね
tried to cut back, but a lot of
年
people
末っ
take
てアル
off
バ
at
イ
the
トを
end of the
休む人
year,
も多
so
く
they
て
often ask me
その
to
代
fill
行
in
も
for their shifts, or just say no. He shrugged helplessly. It was obvious from his words that he had been busy. Even if he was not going crazy, lack of sleep could have caused him to daydream even if it was all dig up down in the middle of the night.
なんだか大変そう
Sounds
だ
tough,
な
Sojiro.
ああ
Yes,
実はかなり
city
回っ
life
て
has
る
been exhausting. Tell me about it, brother. Soldier nodded with a pained look on his face. What was strange, however, was that he did not look the least bit tired.
泣き言言わねえのは
I'm
感心す
impressed
る
you
けど
never
な
complained about it. You always look like
Why?
nothing bothers you at all. Huh?
そりゃ
That's just because
心
it
臓は
isn't
どこ
bad
も
enough
痛
to
まない
bother
から
someone? Did you have a nightmare? Are you having a nightmare? It's okay. It's okay. That's just because it isn't bad enough to bother you. As he answered, Soldier looked up at the clock on the wall. Lunchtime was almost
飛ぶ
over.
まで時間だ
Tomorrow, the time? Really?
ああ
It's that late
More
already?
than
You can go on ahead.
気にせず先に行ってていいぜ
Are you okay?
俺はまだ用があるからよ
Really? It's that late already? You can go on ahead. I still have things to do. Sojiro watched as Tomorrow made a gesture that seemed to eliminate the life of a student council member. His eyes looked as they were looking at a piece of art and not understanding its value.
授業をサボれる身分っていう
I'm
のは
jealous that
羨
you
ま
can
しいな
just skip class whenever you
そういう
want.
の
I would
鳥
have
丸が
thought
嫌
you
い
were
な手抜きじゃないの
you
か
were a stickler for the rules.
そりゃ誤解も甚だ
How
し
many
い
times do I have to tell you
俺の欠席
it's
は
not
手抜き
skipping
じゃ
when I
ね
got
え
special
特
permission?
権ってやつだと言ったろ
He's skipping. Oh, he's also mage, right? The vice president angrily defended himself as he stood up. The transfer student merely gazed at him unfazed.
おいおい
Hey, you're not
あれだ
honestly
け説明
implying
し
you
た
still
の
don't
に
understand
全
after all,
然
are
し
you?
ょうがねえ
Oh, well, just sit
ま
down
ず
and
座れ
listen, son.
常人を上回る英気と
What?
幸運
So
を
no
兼ね
G?
備えながら
I've drained talent and
座
luck
する
beyond
こ
that
と
of
なく
most people,
精
but
進
I
し
always
てきた
put the
俺
work
で
in.
も
But once
ここ
I
を
leave
卒業
here,
し
I'm
ちまえ
on
ば
my own. Now do you get it?
ひでえ話だ
I'm sick of explaining this to
て
people.
めえの家
My
柄を
family
活用
status
で
will
き
only
るのは
keep me
あと
afloat for
1
one
年
more
ちょい
year.
だけ
What
なんだ
about
ぜ
that can you
普
possibly
通
envy?
一生
Most
続く
people
はず
can
の
live off privilege
親
for
の
their
七
entire
光
lives,
って
but
や
the
つが
best I get
俺の
is
場
3 measly years.
となりゃ
So I have to take
有効な
advantage
う
of
ち
what I
に
have while I have it.
ああ嫌
Just
だ
the
嫌
thought of
だ
having to count beans like
何
the
が
rest of
嫌
the
かっ
ages
て
other
バカ
gets
ども
me
と何
living.
首並べて金勘
The
定する
adult
のが
world is
嫌
going to
だ
kill me. Oh, brother, Christ, shouldn't even know, man. What's you have to do taxes and like 9 to 5. Oof, the adult world is going to kill me. The envy alone will be enough to destroy my fragile heart. While he must have been joking, Sojiro took his tone to be completely sincere. He listened as he evidenced Tobimaru's ability to be so open for his feelings. From his frame of reference, there was nothing he can do but take Tobimaru for his word. When
そんな経
if
理
you're
なんて
looking
留
to
年
train
すれば
or
いく
what
らで
not
も
stay
引
in
き延ば
school,
せる
I'd
の
be
に
more than happy to arrange that for you. The door to the student council room flew open, washing away Sojiro's half-hearted response to his friend. This frosty statement destroyed the warm atmosphere in the room, and it also marked the abrupt end to Tobimaru Suki's reign there.
いや
No, I just meant that our dreams are
自分の夢は
something we take hold of
So?
ourselves. Really?
なら今み
Then
たい
why
な
not
恥ずか
spend
しい
more
こと力
time on
説しない
that
でね
than this pathetic
廊下にま
display?
で聞こえて
I
たわ
could
よ
hear you all the way
深い
from the
調査
hallway, Mr. Vice President. She's back. She's back. Not missing a beat, Ako Ayozaki stepped into the room. Her dark hair was slightly disheveled as if it had been running. Her gaze missed the sitting Sojiro entirely and was focused completely on torrenting Vice
頑
President.
張れ飛び丸
Good luck, Tobimaru. Sojiro quietly got up to head back to his
割と
classroom.
白
That's
状な
cold,
んだ
man.
な
Tobimaru grumbled in front of Ako.
だって時間がない
But it's almost time for class.
だから
You're just proving
そう
my point. You're... He cut himself off. Ako briefly shifted her gaze to Sojiro.
時
Okay.
間がないのは私も同
It's
じ
not
よ
like I have time for
あな
this
たにはい
either.
つも
You
振り
know, it
回さ
feels
れ
like
る
I'm always having to clean up after you. Not a complaint. It was her honest opinion.
なんだ
Wait, you're here
要件
for
は掃除法
Sojiro?
かよ
You're not here for me?
安心なさい
Don't
あ
worry,
なた
I'll
にもある
deal
か
with
ら
you next.
うん
Nani? Her eyes shimmered with a murderous glee. It was slightly different from the more sullen gaze to which Tobimaru had grown accustomed. For whatever reason, Ako's mood seemed worse than usual.
しずきくんあな
Suzuki,
た
would she
走
prefer
るの
running
と
or
泳ぐ
swimming?
のどっちが好き
Running. Ako asked abruptly. Wait, he's probably never even swim, dude. Sojiro frowned a little before saying he was
ダメ
fine with
よ
either one.
一
That
つに
one
して
dude, pick one.
泳ぐ方
Swimming. Oh, he
Hold on.
has gone swimming.
けど
Swimming.
どうして
Why does he have that around his neck, dude? Swimming, I
あな
guess.
た
Why
が
do you
まだ
ask?
どこの
Because
部
you
にも
still
所属
haven't joined the club. A sufficient reply. Oh, a succinct reply? I've never spelled that word in my life. One that left no room for Sojiro to object.
うちの校則読んだわよね
You have read the school regulations.
生
All
徒
students
は
might
ただ一
participate in
正
clothing. But
直どうか
he's
と思う校
working.
則だけど
I'm not the
決ま
biggest
り
fan
は
of
決
it
まりだ
myself,
か
to be
ら
honest, but a rule is a
そんな
rule.
無茶な
That's crazy. How could I possibly
What?
find the time for that?
でしょうね
How indeed? An equally terse response. She was typically to the point, but Tobimaru got the impression that she was expressly trying to keep her interaction with Sojiro short. Nani? They stared at each other. He's so in love. They stared at each other in silence. Tobimaru stood breathlessly silent on the side list until Sojiro broke the impulse. Oh, hold up, let me move this a bit over here.
青崎は分かってると
I
思って
thought you of
た
all people understand Ayozaki.
いや違う
I mean, of course you do.
うん
That's what
だ
makes
か
you
ら
strong.
そこが強いんだろうね
That's the face you make when you die, bro. Like at the end of an anime. Sojiro stood up from his seat. He walked past Ako into the
Sore,
hallway. Do you
明日から
mind if
でい
we
いんだ
start
ろ
tomorrow?
しずきくんがいいなら
Whatever
ね
works for you, Suzuki. Good morning. Oh, you're going back to sleep? He did his best to force a smile before leaving the student council room. Hey, you're gonna make me fall asleep. While watching the events play out, Tobimaru found himself deeply impressed with Sojiro. He can tell from Ako's behavior that she was trying to get a rise out of Sojiro. Sojiro, on the other hand, didn't react. Heedless of what Ako was doing, he simply went on his way. To Tobimaru, it was hard to believe that Sojiro had now taken offense. From his point of view, Sojiro's poker face had been the performance of a lifetime. Oh, you want tummy rubs?
いやでも何が強いんだろう
The
な
kid
会
has some
長
balls, huh, President? He looked at Ako curiously. What the fuck is that face, dude? Ako stood completely still, staring at the wall. Hey, Ayozaki. Ako showed no response.
おい
It's
会
okay.
長青崎
Yes, President. Earth to Aozaki,
Oh,
come in,
Kojoshi.
come in, Lady Aqua. Ahem.
What?
I'm talking to you, Aqua Aozaki.
さいわね
Enough with the owl, owl, owl already, God. That's funny. Her flurry echoed across the student council room. It was a beautiful sound that could be heard in the hallway and made Tobimaru's rant from earlier pale in comparison.
やかましい。うるせえの
Look
は
who's
てめえ
talking,
も同
Miss
じだ。
Megaphone. Perhaps her shouting was still ringing in his ears, or it was the type of answer he shout with a shout, but he shout
そ
back
んなんだから男の一人もで
reflectively.
きねえん
No
だよ、お
wonder you
前
can't
は。
get a boyfriend.
ほら、
Do I have your
目
intention
覚め
now?
たか
What? This is so fucked up, dude.
別にあなたの声は
I
聞
could
こえ
hear
た
you
よ
before. I was just
煩
ignoring
わ
you
しかっ
because
た
you
から
were
無視して
annoying
ただ
me.
けよ黙らせるの面
And
倒
I
だし
thought it'd be easier than getting you to shut
て
up.
めえな。
You've got some nerve. Am I a mosquito to you?
コミュニ
Yes.
ケーションが成立しない点で言えばあっちの方がまだ上品
Whoa! She's a savage, dude. A mosquito would offer a better company, so no. What the fuck?
その心
And
は
what exactly is that supposed to mean?
お互い何を言ってる
We
か
never
わか
see
らない
eye to eye.
意味のない会話なら
Talking to you is
王子み
like
たい
going
な
on
も
a
のでし
date.
ょ
Both pointless activities. Based on that statement, Akka must have been under the assumption that dating was an act of two lovers whispering nonsense to each other.
問題は
The real question is what the hell qualifies as company to you, but whatever.
どの程度の価値かってことだが。まあいい
Ellie,
か。
you okay?
いつになくきつい
You're
じゃ
awfully
ねえか。
harsh today,
Aozaki.
Aozaki.
ちょっとね
Maybe a little. This
今、愛
isn't
嬌を振りま
exactly
ける
the
状
time to
況じ
make
ゃない
nice.
不思議だ。この2年
Funny, you
間
mention it. I haven't seen you try to be civil around the
見
last
た
2
こと
years.
がないんだが。
飛び丸のいない時に振り
Oh,
ま
I'm
いて
always
くる
civil, just not when you're in the same room.
そうかよ。
You're so fucking mean. That's how it is. You're so
あ
upset
の
with me
時
for
の
what?
ことを恨
Oh,
んでるんだろう。
he
生
did
徒
punch
会
her.
長さんはよ。
So that's it. Is you're still upset with me for what happened, aren't you? Good morning. There was only one thing that Tobimaru could be talking about. The incident that occurred in the student council room this past summer.
ずいぶんと昔の話じゃ
Isn't
な
there
いそ
ancient
れ
history at this
そ
point?
んなどうでもいいことに容
Don't you
量を
think you
使っちゃ
should
もったいない
stop
わよ
wasting brain power
た
on
だ
this?
でさえ
I mean,
脳の覚
if
醒
you
部
got
分
so
が少
brute
ない
brain
のに
cells to work with as it is, what the fuck? Oh wait, hold up. Pause, pause. My puppy needs water. Don't you think you should stop wasting brain power on this? I mean, you've got a few brain cells loose to work with as it is. As the conversation wore on, Aqua's murder's aura began to fade, and her sharp gaze gave her way to a calmer demeanor, rarely seen from her. It was quite possible that nobody besides Tobimaru had ever seen this side of her at school before.
ご忠告どうも。
Thanks for the current, Psych, and for the record, it's not like I want to relive it either.
ただ、
It just when Sono G was being an idiot earlier, it kind of reminded me of how it went down. Come to think of it, this is the room that it happened in. Despite his ranting, his face betrayed a touch of nostalgia. Aqua, on the other hand, was scowling.
ちょっと待って
Hold on.
あの話
You didn't tell me about what happened, did you?
あ
Sure did, at least how you mocked me
あ、なんで
can
会長になんか
candidacy
立候
for
補したの
president
よ。
told me
あん
to
たは
face
副会
has
長って顔でしょ。どう
and
見ても。
told me my face had a sidekick written all over
生
it.
涯最高
And the
の
part
突
where
き
I
をしたところま
took
で
the
な。
bait and tried to my damnedest to punch you for it. So she baited him? Aqua let out a sigh as a relief that Tobimaru had not told Sojiro the rest of the story. What else happened? I want to know. Even she wasn't sure why.
あれは確かにびっくり
I'll
するぐらい
admit that was
いい月
quite a
だった
punch though. It wasn't
思わ
enough
ず
to
体
make
が
me
反応
reach
しちゃったものね
react on reflex. Oh my god. Here, bite it. Do you want me to put you down for a bit? Okay, let's put you down. I'll put you down for a bit. Oh, wait. Hold up, baby girl. The cable's stuck. We're gonna put you right here. Go, be free. Do your doggy things. You're free. Go live your doggy life. It was enough to make me react on reflex. Did I
私
really
そん
say
な
that,
こと
by the
言っ
way?
たっけ
Did I really say that, by the way?
言った。
You sure
し
did,
か
and
も俺が保
and
健
not
室
only
に運
that,
ばれ
after
た
I
の
was
こ
taken
れ
to the
幸い
infirmary,
と
you had the balls to tell me you
強
did
引に
me a
副会
favor
長
by
にし
forcing
やが
me
った
to be your number two. Since the day Tobimaru had served as the vice president person who usurped the role from him.
いいけどな。
It's fine though, the president's chair doesn't suit me anyway. I feel much more at home as the vice president. Your job would have probably turned me into my
プ
dad.
ライド高い分
Your
で
pride
きること
never
は全部やるから
allowed you
ね
to give
トビ
anything
マ
less than your best.
ま
You
会
might
長
be a
職
little
に
too
先
comfortable
進
on
す
the
るあ
student
まり
council though.
気がついた
Makes
ら
me
優等
wonder
生にな
how
って
you
た
would
あん
have
たも
looked as an honor student.
やめてくれ
Don't
ちょっ
even
と
go
しね
there. Even thinking about it gives me the
エ
creeps.
コ被るのはお
Having
前
one
だ
wolf
け
in
で
cheap
十分
clothes
だ
around here is bad enough. Tobimaro shook Akko away like an annoying pest. It was a typical example of the crude verbal abuse that exchanged on a daily basis with witnessing that only two longtime priests could manage.
で
So,
なんでそんな
Why did-
話したのよ
why did you tell him?
は
半
So
年
who
前
what?
の
Why did you
ここ
tell
の事
him
件
what happened between us?
な
Why
ん
are
で
you
彼に
writing
話し
that?
たのよ
Why did you tell him what happened between you and me?
ああそっちかいや
I was just trying to put a
あいつがバカなこと
stop
口
to
走
the
ったからな
nonsense when he was spewing about. He stopped himself before he said anymore. He knew better than to let slip the fact that Sojiro had a thing for Akko. Everyone knew guys didn't sell each other out like that. Even if it was all in truth a misunderstanding.
それよりさっきのはないんじゃねえ
Anyways,
の
what the
か
hell was that before
お前
Ayazaki? That's some
Sojiro
grudge
に
you've been
恨
going
み
against Sojiro?
7日以上前の恨
I'm
みを
not
引
some
きずるほ
princess
ど
who goes around
私
holding
はお
grudges
姫様
for
じゃないつもりだけど
something that happened over a week ago, you know? He wanted to retort that she was more like a queen than a princess, but that he come to know her too well over the past 2 years to dig himself into a hole like that.
恨みはないね
Okay, so why'd you pick a fight with
確か
him?
に調
I
子の
mean,
狂
he
うやつ
does
だが
throw
あ
you
いつほ
off
どいいや
when
つ
you
はい
talk
ね
to
えだろう
him,
に
but there's not an evil bone in his body.
へ
Oi, mate.
Wow, why are you looking at me
Nanda
like that? Just a thing
え
on the
別
turd.
に
Oh, no big reason.
あんたま
Hearing
で
you
その
say
セリ
that, I
フ
was
を
just
言うの
thinking
か
that
っ
I've
て
never
心
met
底
such
から
a
ふざけ果
despicable
てただ
person
け
in my life. What the? Why is she so mean? She's such a tsundere, dude. Hey, why are you biting my carpet?
まあいっか
Well, whatever. She has a good guy that makes him the
Ii,
perfect person
Gekko
to pick a
じゃない
fight with. If nobody else do it, the job falls to me, right? She said casually, having regained her composure.
しないと
You
ね
just can't help yourself, huh? Tobimaro could not follow her reassurance at all. Tobimaro was used to Akko's erratic trains of thoughts, but hating Sojiro for no reason seemed needlessly cruel. His friend's naive and innocent face came to mind, and then he's a snitch! But Sojiro's taking a shine to Ayazaki. How can you
そ
hate
れで
him
も
knowing
嫌
that?
いなのか
Ooh, love at first sight. His vow of silence had lasted not even 2 minutes.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
what I meant was, he tried to take it back, but it was too late. She had heard his words loud and clear. All he could hope for now was that she would take it well.
そりゃそうでしょ好き嫌いは誰にもあるし
Did she turn him down? Because I like what I like and I
けど
dislike
これ
what I
ばか
don't
り
like.
はね
Just because he wants to
彼
be
が
friends
私と
doesn't
仲
mean
良
it
く
has
した
to
いって
sound
言っ
like
て
him.
も
Oh, she interpreted it the wrong way. Stone Cold Akko. That's the screenshot. Tobimaro found himself filled with indignation at how detached Akko was.
いやそんなお友達
Don't
感
you
覚
get
の
it? This
話
isn't
じゃ
just
な
about
くてだ
friendship.
な
Oh, oh!
そういう好き
And
嫌
that
いじゃ
didn't
な
mean
く
he only
て
likes you either.
その人
Believe
は
me
本
when I
気で
say
お前
that
に惚
Sansa
れて
really
るっ
has
て
a
言っ
thing
た
for
んだ
you.
よ
Ooh, he shot his face, then the bottom in sincerity. Akko gave him a blank stare. There you go. It was in the face of someone who had lost their wallet hours earlier and was only just realizing it now. The first instant of doubt that ushers in reality of the situation, but an instant is all it was. Oh, so what? Oh, she answered coldly. We are going to win her love at the end of this damn visual novel, right? That's what I need. I am a sucker for happy endings.
そ
Did I?
ういう好き嫌いじゃなく
Whoa, what'd I do? I pushed the Elton R2 button.
Ne?
So what? She answered coldly, as if she had no idea what it should matter to her at
出
all.
ときた
So
か
what? Were you really born in
鬼でも
hell? I
なけり
assume
ゃ
you didn't
悪
hear me
魔
and I'll say it
な
again. Sojiro? Tobimaro gave up at the princess of masculine solidarity and fired back
いいわよそんなの
hard.
つまらないもの
And fired back hard. Don't bother, I couldn't care less. She ruthlessly cut him off. That's so funny, dude. Thinking of the boys who still harbored unrequited love for Akko, Tobimaro tried hard to come up with a name befitting the demons in front of him.
なるほどね
No,
それでさっき
now
の
I
話
see.
に
So
結び
that's
つ
why
く
you
わけだ
told him about our little incident. This is such a good track. I love this song, dude.
へえ
Who could have thought His
ならではなく
Highness could be
友達
so
思いじゃない
considerate to his
ってこ
friends?
とは
I
聞く
bet
も
you
無
also told him
語
all the
るも
nasty
無情
rumors
ってい
floating
う
about me
私の
too,
噂
huh?
話。
She laughed as a what? As a fiendish smile adorned her face. Tobermar repented to God, whoever and wherever he or she might be, for ever bringing up Aqua's love
飛
life.
び丸にしちゃ
You
正し
did
い
the
判
right thing,
断ね。
Tobermar.
褒めて
Now
あげ
be
る
a
か
good
ら
little vice
どんな
president and
話を
tell
し
me
たの
every
か聞
single
きた
thing
い。
you told me. She was smiling, but Tobermar wished she had at least tried to hide the
代
bloodlust.
表作と
Just two
こ
things,
こでの
really.
事件を2つばかり
The story you're most infamous for and what happened in this room. Ako nodded with satisfaction as she listened to Tobermar's hesitant
こ
answer.
ういう時
Rumors
噂
like those
話っ
can
て
come in
便利
handy
よね。
sometimes. You can use
う
them
る
to
さい
chase
の
off
を追っ払ってくれ
annoying
るか
people.
ら。
Just be careful about who you tell, okay? Had this been in writing, the chillingly sweet tone of her words could have been signed with a heart. Whether angry or happy, Ozaki spoke in this disturbingly cute manner when she was in a heightened emotional state. Tobermar took note of this new discovery, aware of it did nothing to get him out of the situation.
ああ俺
Don't
も
worry,
命
I
は
value
惜し
my
いから
life, so I shut my mouth.
けど
But Ayozaki, do you really hate Sojiro that much? Yes. He knew that it was a topic that would be better off avoiding, but he tried asking anyway. The bonds between men at times shine more beautifully than a pearl.
ま
Hey,
あ
what are you doing over
好
here?
きじゃないから嫌いっていうわけじゃない
Well,
け
I
ど
might not like him, but that
私が彼のこ
doesn't
とを
mean
嫌
I
う
hate
理
him.
由を
I'm
自
not
分
even
でも
sure
わからない。
why I feel the way I do. What are you doing? Why are you going under my bed? Can you stop? What if you start biting like all my old paperwork, you know? You can't do that. Or what if you like ruin all my old paintings under my bed, okay? I'm sorry. Well, I might not like him, but that doesn't mean I hate him. Ah, that tickles! Why are you licking me? Oh my god, I'm not even sure why I feel that way.
だからダメなのね。
Which is probably the problem. Perhaps to placate Tobimaru, Ako paused in contemplation before she answered. I love you. Giving it a moment without immediately blurting out a response meant that not even he could complain.
そうかまあ
I guess
そう
that
いう
makes
ことなら
sense.
しょうがねえか何しろ綺麗
As
さっ
much as
ぱり
emotional
感情論
arguments
だ
can make sense, there's nothing I can do it if neither of you understand why you feel that way you do. Thinking of that would be the end of it, Tobimaru looked up towards the ceiling and silently apologized to Sojiro. However, his final sentence appeared to have piqued Aqua's interest.
待って。
Wait, what do you mean by that? Her fox cheer had vanished? Falling to pick up on this, Tobimaru answered nonchalantly.
いや
Oh,
あいつも
nothing.
さ
It's just that Sojiro also said he wasn't
Aozaki
exactly sure why he liked you. Or more like there was no particular reason how he felt, I think. Tobimaru. Ooh, now she's interested. Tobimaru. Oh, it fast forward!
何
待って。
I gotta keep my fingers off the little back
どう
triggers.
い
Her fox cheer had vanished. Falling to pick up. Oh, I just read that.
いや
Oh,
あいつも
nothing.
さ
I read that. Tobimaru was still in disbelief that Sojiro had been charmed by Aqua's appearance, so he purposely left that part out.
理由はない。
He said he likes me for no reason. She's fucking mad that he likes her for no reason.
ああ
Yeah, I mean, I even told him about
俺
all
の
the
いく
rumors
らお前
around
の
you, and it
噂
had no
話を
effect
し
on
て
him
も無駄だっ
whatsoever.
た
What did he say again?
Not
Alright,
saying
he was
I'm
going
thinking
about how
about-
genuine your concern for him
Oh,
was
so
and
so.
how it really helped him. It's
Liu
almost
wa
too
do
mushy
are.
for me to repeat out loud.
はっきりしてんの
All
は
I can say is,
Oka no
unlike the
yaro
other
domo
boys,
to
the rumors
chigatte.
didn't face him in the least. Aww. Tobimaru finally noting the shift in Aqua's demeanor. She was scowling at the wall. What? Why is she mad? She glared at it in silence like it was her worst enemy, and it continued for several minutes.
何それ。
What the hell is that? Why can't I shake the feeling that I have
どこかで
heard all
聞い
this
たような
before
ことば
somewhere?
っかり。
Why is she mad? That's a funny screenshot. The irritation seethed until it reached the point that Aqua forgot Tobimaru was even in the room. Tobimaru looked heavenward for Heavensward? Is this a Final Fantasy 14 expansion? Tobimaru looked heavenward for forgiveness, sensing that he brought further calamity down upon Sobriro's head.
少しわかったわ。
I kind of get it now.
なん
I
で
think
あ
I
いつ
know
が
why
気
I
に
don't
食わ
like
ないの
him.
か。
What? You hate him because he likes you? Tobimaru looked away as if... Oh, are you looking at the screen? Yeah, we're playing a visual novel. Tobimaru looked away as to indicate that he'd rather not know, but Aqua ignored him and began to grumble venomously.
あいつ、
The way he
私が嫌い
acts
な
and
やつ
talks
と言
reminds
動
me
が
of
似てる
someone
の
despised. What?
誰
Who?
彼構わずい
Like
い
how
人
everyone
扱い
thinks
さ
he's
れ
an
るとこ
angel
ろ
and
と
how
か
nothing seems to bother
妙
him.
にふわ
Maybe
ふわしてるとこ
it's
ろと
how
か
good he is at getting on my nerves. Glancing idly up at the clock, Doberman thought that the last part just sounded like misplaced anger. And that was that 1 o'clock had come and gone. Fine, I get it. Sorry I said anything.
で俺に用ってのは
So
何だ
did you
よ
need me for anything? Class has already started, you know. You wanna go down?
え
Huh?
授業って
What do you mean by class?
It's-
Oh, we're late! When did it?
いや
The bell
さっき
rang
その
right
バスが
after
出てってから
Son no
青月
G
がキ
left
ラ
around
ーっ
the
て
time
壁
you
に
were
らんでた
busy
時にチャイ
pissed
ムが
off
鳴
at
った
the
んだ
wall.
よ
Tell me, Miss President, are you
Yeah,
allowed
boss.
to miss fifth period? She's late? That's a funny screenshot. Oh no! Don't load! Did I do a load? Oh.
いいわけないでしょ
Hi! Do you want to load some rubs? Of course I'm not. Why didn't you say something sooner? She looked like she was on the verge of tears as she shouted and pulled at his what? Necktie? Tobermar raised his hands and mock surrender, a gesture reversed only for the true victory.
蚊の方がエレガン
Considered
ト
it a
なんて
revenge for
言いや
saying
が
I
っ
was
た
worse
仕
than a
返し
mosquito.
だ
Hopefully you've learned your lesson. One hellish demon who feasts
男の
upon the hearts of
相
men.
変わら
You're
ず
so
細かく
pretty,
根
you
に
know
持つ
that? You're
男
supposed to repay insults with
言動力
insults, you coward. She tied his necktie around his neck while yang. The vice president smiled, he tucked his grin, as if her reaction made his victory that much sweeter. It's no secret you're heading
お
to
前の
remedial
古典
classes.
が破滅に向かって
Ooh,
い
she's
るの
falling
は
behind?
周知の
And I
事
don't have to
実
tell you who
そし
teaches
て
class
映
A
組の
during
5
fifth
次元
period.
目は言うまでも
Only
ない
bad Fuchijiro is going to have your head. Fujishiro had one of the longest tenures at school, so it was only natural she would be in charge of teaching the what? Teaching the what? Teaching the class 6. It's okay.
さあこんなところで
This is
俺
where
の
you
ネクタ
stop
イを
yanking
引
on
っ
my
張る
tie
余
and
裕
haul
がある
ass
の
to your classroom.
情
Why are you
けだ
tired? Were you up
別
all
に止
night?
めはしねえよ
I won't even try to stop you. It might not too merciful.
くそ
Damn it! All I can't believe you all people pull one over me just to die
この
already.
まま死んでしまえ
It's fucking funny. She choked him even harder with his necktie. As Akko put words into action, mercifully strangled Tobimaro, he saw his life flash before his eyes. Yeah, wait, stop. I'm gonna die. It isn't too late. Do you want them to mark your absent?
10分過ぎたら遅刻から欠席扱いだぞ
Akko glanced up at the clock. It was still only 7 past 1. Her route was from the student council room on the second floor to the Class A classroom on the third floor. If she ran, she could make it.
命拾ったわね飛び
I'll
丸
let you live Tobimaro this time. Akko clicked her tongue disappointingly. What are you doing? Why do you always bite that? Akko clicked her tongue disappointingly. What disturbed Tobimaro wasn't that it didn't sound like an empty threat.
あと放課後ここにいて
Be here after school. I actually do have something I need you to do. She was halfway out of the room before she even finished her sentence. Finally, all alone, Tobimaro closed the open door, locked in, and slept into a chair. Never a dull moment with Ozaki around, that's for sure. He leaned back in the creaky folding chair and let out a sigh. The weather outside was beautiful. It's beautiful. But the sunlight wandered early into the winter. Before long, daylight would fade and the unheated student council room would grow colder and colder. All of the good equipment, like the heater, had ended up in the main office, so he had no choice but to settle in for a chilly afternoon.
こんな天気が続けばいい
If
んだ
only
が
this
ね
weather will last.
Thank
Shame the
you,
forecast
Rosa.
predicted more clouds. After his somewhat suggestive monologue, Tobimaro mind drifted. He idly wondered to himself whether Sojo was an overcast day or a clear day sort of guy, but no answers came. Hi. I think we just finished the chapter, Ellie. Right? That felt. It's not over. Hi. Are you okay? The school day is over. Sojo headed straight to his job. While the school had approved his jobs to the Chinese restaurant and the fish market at Miyazaki Shopping District, there was other work he hadn't mentioned to them. And it was not because he knew that they would be complaining about working hard too many hours, but rather because of the illicit nature of the job in particular. Oh, look at the city! Today his workplace was a pachinko parlor in front of... Why is he working at a pachinko place? Today his workplace was a pachinko parlor in front of Yashigoro Station. Sojo changed out of his school uniform and went into a black box tuxedo uniform, then began cleaning the storefront. Yashigoro was a jewel of Miyazaki City, a busy place with a vast assortment of commercial centers and shopping arcades. Where there were people en masse, there were products made en masse. Oh my god! A romantic might describe it as a place of joy. Okay, let me put you down. A realist will note the free enterprise. I'm putting you down, it's okay. Here. Yashigori was a jewel of Miyazaki City, a busy place where the vast assortments of commercial centers and shopping arcades, where there were people in masses, there were product made in mass. A romantic might describe this place as a place of joy. A realist would note the free enterprise. And a cynic would point at all the garbage. Hey, what's she doing? Bro. Hey, what's she doing? I can't hear from her. Ellie! Local authorities had attempted to video of Yashigoro, but there was one basic tenet of society that they could not be overcome. This establishment was the embodiment of that role. Business such as this attracted the great society, and as such, the front of the parlor had to be cleaned several times a day. Soldiers stood outside and when it cold, sweeping used up cigarette butts, picking up started filters and tossing an empty can. That's no job for a fucking school kid, dude. I'm gonna read that from back here. Something about it must have reminded him of the mountain life. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you so in there? Come out. Why are you in the dark? I'm gonna read from down here a bit. Something about it must have reminded him of the mountain life because he cheerfully finished the job with ease. After making sure the storefront was acceptably clean, he returned to the inside of the parlor where it was nice and warm. Come here. Blindingly lights, deafening sounds, and the oppressive odor of tobacco assaulted him as he passed through the parlor. This must be such a damn shock to him, coming from a mountain life. And the oppressive odor of tobacco assaulted him as he passed through the parlor on his way to the office. Thank you for coming out. Boss, I finished cleaning outside. Am I even on camera? Yeah, I think I'm on camera. Boss, I finished cleaning the outside. Good job. I've got something else for you. Could you go check on the customer on the machine 40 on the second floor for me? I've had a hunch she might be cheating. Oh, we got a cheater, Ellie. His boss was a good-natured man who used to work at a desk job. The reason he employed someone like Sojiro, even though he was clearly a student, was not because he admired him for working his way through school. It was all because of the other employees were scary and intimidating, and he wanted at least one employee who was not. Are you sure? I still haven't cleaned the toilets. It's fine, it's fine. She has a security camera blind spot, so we have no way of confirming whether she's up to no good. I want you to go because you've got a sixth sense about these things. Go check on her, will you? Come on here. Hearing that, Sojiro put away his cleaning equipment and headed upstairs. Do you want tummy rubs? It was a typically large-scale pachinko parlor with 2 floors. It prided itself on being a local establishment that was satisfied with taking the locals' money little by little without resorting to more exploitative means. But regardless of the parlor's intentions, its customers were not so scrumptious. Among them were casual players, professional gamblers, and cheaters looking to profit by exploiting whatever loopholes they could find. Of particular prevalence was a device developed in the mid-8th centuries that could disrupt the machines. I'm doing this to block you, okay, girl? This is me blocking your way inside, okay? I'm sorry, okay? Don't get mad. This is for your own good. Are you gonna go to the bathroom? Yeah, go for it, go for it. Of particular prevalence was the device developed in the mid-8th centuries that could disrupt a machine circuitry from the outside. Look, yeah, now you can't go so far in. What are you gonna do now, huh? As much as the parlor wanted to deny these cheaters entries, it needed a present hard evidence of cheating or risk losing customers, particularly in the service industry. Innocent until proven guilty was not a rule taken lightly. As a result, they could only punish the customers they caught in the act. Such as cheaters were known as Gotoshi, a slice of society which Sojiro knew nothing about. What he did know was that they were... Oh wait, I want to see how it looked like from down here. Do I look good? Am I even on camera? Yeah, I'm a little bit on camera. What he did not know was that there was an inconveniently his employer was... Okay, you don't want me. Okay. Okay, I know you like your cuddles and I know you like your space. Okay, take your space. But I'm gonna do this because I don't want you biting that. What he did know was that there was an inconveniently for his employer and violating the rules. You like tummy rubs? He went upstairs. The radio and the game machine sounded on the second floor were quieter than the cacophony downstairs. There were 100 game machines on the other floor over the... Oh my god, I fast forward so much. The radio and game machine sounded on the second floor working downstairs. There were 100 game machines on the floor and over... Do you really want tummy rubs? Okay, fine. Let me put you a little bit closer. I'm trying to play a game. So I'll put you right here. Oh, you know what? Let me put you on camera so everybody can see how spoiled you are. Here. Like, you're on camera now. Look, everybody can see how spoiled you're acting. Look, everybody can see that you're a tsundere yourself. You always growl at me and try and bite me, but then at the end of the day, you always roll over and ask for little tummy rubs. Like, now they caught you in the act. There was 100 game machines on the ground floor, over 80 on the second floor, while there were some empty seat rows, and there was a solid evening tournament. The machine mentioned by his boss was in the center aisle. Soldier nonchalantly leaned back against the wall and watched her customer hit the jackpot over and over again. The second he saw her, his gut told him that she was not cheating. He still was not sure what made someone a master swindler, but if it meant that they were special, this woman certainly fit the description. It was almost as if he can feel the luck emanating from her. As the customer looked on, she suddenly turned the handle again and again. She appeared older than Sojiro. She wore a green form-fitting and one-piece dress. A pair of stockings covers her legs. Her slender legs were gracefully crossed and her elegance suited the painting better than a casino. Her dark reddish hair was cut short and bobbed perfectly, framing her stylish, spectacular, and crimson lips. Truth be told, something was off about this picturesque beauty, ringing the jackpot over and over again. 4 boxes worth of pachinko balls sat at her feet, and her winning streak showed no sign of abating. She looked bored. Ah, you're biting hard. She looked bored as her slender porcelain fingers lifted a long cigarette to her lips. Feels like I've seen her somewhere. Just as the thought crossed his mind, her gaze turned towards the wall, and Sojiro. Oh shit, what's going on? What's going on? Ah? Suddenly a chill ran down his spine. He regretfully covered his mouth to keep her from shrieking. It's her. The woman from... Oh. The one that killed someone? The woman from yesterday? Acting on pure instinct, Sojiro took off running. He headed straight downstairs, desperately not to be on the same floor as her. He would have run straight out the door, but for his obligations to his job. Boss, I'm leaving early, and the person upstairs is fine. He tried to keep his composure as he spoke, jamming his school uniform into the paper bag as he ran out the parlor. Oh shit, okay, now we're coming to the stakes. Are you trying to bite my sock? Why are you biting my sock? I'm gonna just trap you. Cloudy weather brought the shadow night to Yasugori as he ran through the shopping arcade toward the station. He shot up the long staircase like an arrow, quickly pulled his arrow pass from his wallet and passed through the ticket gate. The ticket gate was crowded. Oh my god, I keep pushing the damn triggers. The ticket gate was crowded with people standing around, walking and talking. The station attendant by the automatic ticket machine had an unpleasant look on his face. There was no familiar, comforting hustle and bustle around him. Just another day in the city. Nothing like he witnessed the night before. Bro, are you gonna show us what happened? Phew, he could finally breathe again. The momentary rush of relief brought him to an abrupt stop. He nervously turned around. There was no way that the dangerous individual could be behind him.
って考え
Wait, why would he couldn't think of a good reason why he'd fled so desperately? As far as he can remember, he hadn't even seen the threat's face long enough for him to have an opinion about her. Sojiro gave himself a good slap on the cheek and pulled himself together, and quickly made his way down to the platform. So spoiled. Unfortunately, the next train was 10 minutes away, and panicking would do him no favors, so he quietly found an empty seat and sat down. If you need to go to the bathroom, I see you smelling. Sit right here. Nah, don't growl at me. If you need to go to the bathroom, go right here. Wiggle it out, wiggle it out. Come on, wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it. He took another deep breath. He was surrounded by people waiting for the train just like he was. No, you're not peeing, it's okay. And no sign of anyone pursuing him. His head finally cleared up and assured himself he was overthinking things. Though he was surprised at how heavy his shoulders felt.
疲れてるのは分か
I'm
って
just
る
tired, I'm sure of it. I know my own body best after all. Sojiro sighed at his greater than expected fatigue. He had certainly struggled since coming down from the mountains, but in retrospect, it could have been worse. Physically, he was probably holding up fine. He was much less confident in his mental state. The sitting in the mountains could not have been more different. Had he been slow to recognize the difference and adapt, acclimation was simple enough. Humans were nothing if not adaptable. Even without any effort, one will learn to adjust over time. No, don't smell that. That's gross. Don't smell where you pee. Recognizing the challenges had been the hard
そう
part.
だ
Actually, it's all been difficult. Sojiro grumbled and complained that he'd never uttered before. To be honest, he was still afraid to wander around town. There were so many things city people took for granted that Sojiro had yet to grasp. It was little wonder that this never-ending chain of surprise would wear on him. Oh, isn't it my body that's
だ
tired?
から
That
あん
would
な
explain
幻
the hallucinations. He thinks he's hallucinating. Little does he know, Ellie. He's part of a Type Moon visual novel. If you want to come up, let me know, okay? He muttered to himself, then shook his head. Wow, I'm hungry. That which exists, exists. Such was the way of all things. Tobimaro had called it a hallucination, but Sojiro knew that what he saw was real. The city was a magical kingdom compared to the mountains. If there was real magicians secretly living here, that should have been no surprise at all. The thought alone made his legs tremble. It took him a moment longer to realize that they were quivering out of fear. He had feared the unnatural ever since he encountered a wild bear on the mountain as a child.
いやあれ
But
は
this is
何
nothing
より
like
か
that.
ま
I
ず
cried
泣
and
き叫
screamed
んだ
my
ね
head off back then. Sojiro smiled a little as he recalled his traumatic childhood memory. Anyone would have fainted at the sudden appearance of a growling beast that tore over 6 feet tall. Let me turn that more here so it doesn't hit me directly. The monster in the movie that Sojiro saw was not 2 days ago was equivalent of a cuddly stuffed animal when compared to the wild mountain creatures. He was reminded that he'd been faced far worse before, and his ordeal now was something he couldn't endure.
そうだよな
That's right, the problem now
今
is
の
that what I
問題
heard
は
someone say at the end, what catches
ちら
and
っと
limits
聞こ
supposed to me. At face value, the meaning was obvious, but the implications were simply too frightening to contemplate seriously. Perhaps he had misheard the words, or perhaps the speaker
え
had
都会
misspoke.
のルール
The law of the city
誰かが
means
き
someone
っ
will
と罰
deal
しに来
out
る
punishment eventually. Even as he said it, the ideal didn't feel quite real. It was hard to imagine that it applied to him. Sojiro breathed and closed his eyes. His vision was dimmed and putting the illuminating cityscape out of sight and out of mind. What if I scratch your tummy with my feet? Do you like that? Yeah, that's right. For now, he resolved to put the last night's events behind him. No. Wait for it, bro. When he opened his eyes, his breathing
それ
had
で
calmed.
さ青
I
崎を
wonder
殴り
what
つけよう
happened
と
to
して
Tobimaro when he tried to hit Ayozaki. The question suddenly popped into Sojiro's head. He decided he would ask next time, and stood up from his chair as a streak of light blazed by announcing the arrival of the next mountain train. Did we just finish chapter 2? Hey, we finished chapter 2! Let's go! Alright, so far, chapter 2 started off really damn slow in the beginning, but it had a good payoff. I think it started really slow because of the vice. I don't think I like the vice captain as much, but I mean, he'll probably grow on me the more we watch. Hey Ellie, come up here. If you want tummy rubs, come up here while I give my brief little review on chapter 2. Here. Do you want tummy? You don't want tummy rubs? Okay, all right. I'll put you back down. So don't ask me for tummy rubs on the floor if you don't want them up here. As I was saying, chapter 2 is pretty good. Okay, chapter 2 is pretty good. All right, so we're gonna end the video there. I need to get some food. I need to get some grub, and we'll be back for chapter 3. And hopefully we can knock out chapter 3 before Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree drops, because I'm gonna be playing that all damn night. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you guys for watching. I am so sorry part 2 took over a month. Thank you guys so much for 89 subscribers. We're almost at 100, bro. I'm telling you, if we can hit 100 before 4th of July, we're popping confetti in here, dude. It's gonna be hype. It's gonna be sick. We'll make sure we don't use anything flammable. But it should be fun. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.